TPT just strapped a rocket to a matchstick up 165.93% to 1.59, my people. It's Friday, March 06, 2026, and we're not marrying candles, we're speed dating them with a stop loss and boundaries. Like and subscribe so you stop treating every gap up like a prophecy and every red tick like your therapist just left you on read.
1.59 with 399.14 million volume and rail volume 4.50 Toro. That's not a chart. That's a multiplayer lobby with friendly fire set to max and voice chat full of margin calls. Gas
399 million shares on a 19.56 million market cap. The market's basically saying, we can't export sanity, but we can import liquidity by the barrel. Sigh.
Today's menu, TPT as the headline-driven energy sympathy leader, then MDCX and IBO for sub-dollar volatility, STAK as the clean $1 magnet, NPT and NCI as higher-priced but low relative volume oddities, and FTW as the thin-volume energy outlier. Macro backdrop, oil up on geopolitical fear plus that AI cash crunch vibe in tech, both raise intraday reversal risk.
Oren said it politely, so I'll preach it like a Friday liquidity revival. When oil headlines scream, your chart starts lying in bold font and all caps. Trade levels, not feelings. Your feelings are unregulated, illiquid, and somehow always buying the top.
TPT's move lines up with crude strength gas at the pump headlines, war premium talk, and the Qatar warning narrative. Deliberate intraday angle. If it gaps and immediately loses VWAP, you're watching a liquidity trap. If it holds above VWAP after the first pullback, continuation scalps are more defensible than chasing highs.
Okay, but what if it does the thing where it wicks below VWAP, steals my stop by 1 penny, then reclaims like it's doing a documentary on my childhood trauma? Because that happens to me specifically, not statistically.
Jet's stop gets hunted because it smells like energy drink and fear, and it's always parked where the tutorial told him. Practical tip disguised as a roast. Don't set your stop exactly where every beginner sets it. One clean level, one clean invalidation, not VWAP-ish vibes.
Deliberate next, MDCX up 114.79% to 0.6779, volume 24.44 million, relative volume 37.18. That's a classic small price, huge attention setup. Expect spreads, halt risk, and sharp mean reversion around VWAP.
Sub-dollar with rel volume 37 is my toxic ex texting me at 9:31 a.m. like, you up? And I'm like, I'm up, I'm down, I'm halted, and my broker is typing.
You don't trade volatility, Jet. Volatility trades you, then keeps the hoodie and the buying power. If you insist on MDCX, limit orders only. Market orders on these names are basically tipping the spread for emotional labor.
Second tip disguised as prophecy. The first green candle after a halt is not an invitation, it's a casting call for who wants to hold the bag. If you can't explain your entry in one sentence, you're not trading. You're volunteering as exit liquidity.
STAK up 103.58% to exactly 1.0000, volume 53.77 million, relative volume 2.57. Deliberate $1 round numbers act like magnets. Algos and humans both anchor there, so watch for repeated reclaim and fail patterns around 1 and VWAP.
I love the $1 line. It's like a video game checkpoint until it isn't, and then it's a trapdoor with spikes and a patch note that says working as intended. Why does every checkpoint become a trapdoor for me?
Because you sprint into boss fights underleveled and over-caffeinated. Stack plan. Don't chase the first push. Let it build an opening range. Then trade the break with a defined stop. If it snaps back under 1, you're out. No speeches.
Deliberate higher-priced weirdness. NPT up 97.68% to 19.15, but relative volume is 0.65, so it's moving on comparatively light participation. That often means bigger gaps and thinner intraday liquidity than the price suggests. Be careful with slippage around key levels.
$19 with low relative volume is the market wearing a tuxedo with flip-flops. Looks premium, behaves feral. Trade it like it can teleport between prints, and then deny it in the tape.
Wait, tuxedo flip-flops is literally my landlord's whole vibe. He raised my rent and said it's because AI. Is Oracle firing people so my landlord can find liquidity?
Yes, Oracle cuts jobs. Your landlord discovers war premium, and somehow you end up long a penny stock at the high like it's a retirement account. Welcome to macro.
The Oracle headline matters because it feeds the AI trade is expensive and budgets are tightening narrative. When sentiment rotates, intraday correlations spike. Risk-on names can fade even while a separate pocket like energy rips. That's why you must trade your ticker's levels, not the market's mood.
Translation: the tape is splitting into rival kingdoms. Energy gets the war drum, tech gets the budget memo, and your account gets audited for loyalty. Pick your setups like you're picking a hill to defend, not a rumor to babysit.
Deliberate IBO up 73.75% to 0.6425, volume 205.77 million, relative volume 50.20, market cap 7.83 million. That's microcap velocity. Expect air pockets. Treat it like a scalp vehicle. Quick partials into strength, and don't rationalize holding if it loses VWAP on volume.
205 million volume on a 7.83 million cap. My broker is going to email me like, we noticed you tried to become the float. Also, my finger is itching. I hate my finger. I love my finger.
If your finger has a thesis, you're cooked. New rule: if you feel itchy, you reduce size and drink water. Yes, I know, you think water is bearish and only coffee is risk-on.
Grizz just invented hydration-based risk management. But he's right. On IBO, your edge isn't prediction, it's reaction. If the breakout stalls and volume dries up, you do not believe. You leave like it's a group chat turning toxic.
NCI up 77.69% to 10.50, with relative volume 0.49. Again, a move without broad participation. That can mean sudden reversals. Intraday, I'd focus on pre-market high and VWAP as the only two must-respect references.
1050 with low relative volume is like a quiet person throwing a chair in a library. It's loud, but nobody wants to admit they saw it. So the spreads just whisper good luck and vanish.
And Jet is the guy live streaming in the library. Remember February 17th, 2026, when you swore you'd stop trading quiet chair throwers? You lasted until 9:42 a.m.
That's not fair. It was 9:44 a.m. and I had a reason. The reason was dopamine with a tight spread.
FTW up 81.05% to 13, but volume is only 149.72 thousand, with relative volume 2.94. Deliberate, that's a price can move on a sneeze situation. So if spreads widen, it's not tradable for most. Don't force it.
If you have to negotiate with the spread, you're not trading. You're haggling with a slot machine that only pays out in lessons. Save your ammo for the liquid wars. TPT, IBO, STAK, and maybe MDCX if you can behave.
I can behave. I cannot behave. Also, can we talk about the Pentagon lawsuit headline, Anthropic fighting the government? Because that's like my risk plan suing my impulses in court every single morning and the judge is VWAP.
Jet, your impulses win by default because your risk plan never shows up to trial. No lawyer, no stop, no shame. Back to the market. When headlines are this loud, your best trade is often the second move. Let the first move show you who's trapped.
Tournament time, my people. The Breakout tournament, division elevator, registration is open, and it's literally 0 participants out of 200. So you can be first on the leaderboard and act like you accidentally discovered price action. Register at Dayrade.com. Entry is free with the coupon code DYRDBRKT, but registration ends March 12th, so don't wait until your motivation goes limit down.
Starts March 16th and runs through March 27th. Deliberate session hours are 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. ET, intraday only, no overnight positions, and if you leave something open past 4 p.m. ET 3 times, you're suspended. Also, if cumulative PNL hits minus 1,000, you're removed, so it's competitive, but it forces risk hygiene.
3 strikes past 4 p.m. ET. That rule was invented specifically to stop me from turning a scalp into a bedtime story and whispering just one more candle at 3:59. Fine, I'll be flat, emotionally and financially.
Lightning round. Jet goes first so he can get it out of his system like a sneeze in a quiet room. Give me TPET, STAK, MDCX, IBO, NPT. What's your damage?
Predictions: TP chops violent, 1 clean VWAP reclaim scalp for disciplined people, and 2 fakeouts for everyone named Jet. Stack $1 magnet, likely reclaim then stall. I'm looking for quick scalps, not hero holds. MDCX and IBO, halt risk, so I'm treating them like hot pans. Tap it, take partials, and get out before it burns.
My lightning TPP respects VWAP and prior highs. I'm with the trend. If it fails VWAP twice, I honor the fade and I don't argue with gravity. IBO and MDCX small size, fast partials, no market orders, no ego. NPT and NCI, low relative volume means surprise air pockets. Trade only if your level is clean. And remember, on Fridays, patience isn't boring. Patience is how you keep your account alive for Monday.